Despite the hectic mood among the staff at HQ, the start of the briefing was delayed. But the weary pilots, knowing full well that they must force their exhausted bodies back into the air once the order was given, weren't the slightest bit disturbed by the delay.
Hey, what are you writing there?
I just can't remember this next phrase.
Here, let me see.
Hey! The princess couldn't feed the dove that day. She was too sick.
May I take a look?
Rosgrees. The demon of Rosgrees got her, right?
You know the story?
The demon from the North Sea. I remember. My grandma used to tell me bedtime stories about it. And every time she did, I'd be too scared to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Settle down, people.
I knew a little about that famous legend, too. When history witnesses a great change, Rosgrees reveals itself, first as a dark demon. As a demon, it uses its power to rain death upon the land, and then it dies. However, after a period of slumber, Rosgrees returns.
Gentlemen! Excuse me, Colonel. This is an absolutely vital mission to us. As the staff advisor sent from Central HQ for this effort, I'd like to explain it myself. The Osean Army is planning a vast offensive with the ultimate objective of occupying the capital of Yuktobania. If this operation succeeds, it will end the war in very short order. However, the Yuktobanians have attacked our beachhead with ballistic missiles from the Rimfaxi, a Sinfaxi-class submersible carrier stationed in the icy waters of Rosgrees Straits. Fortunately, our ground forces had already completed attack preparations, so despite the missile attack, the offensive began as planned. Nevertheless, we must neutralize the threat of another Rimfaxi missile attack on our ground forces.
We have a single chance to stage a successful air attack on the underwater carrier Rimfaxi. Our passive sonar has detected a transport submarine that we believe is headed for the Rimfaxi. We believe the transport sub's mission is to supply the Rimfaxi with missiles. Based on its course and speed, we've calculated its rendezvous time with the Rimfaxi. By amazing coincidence, it is precisely the same time as the 0 hour of our ground attack. At this time, the Rimfaxi will have to surface to restock its missiles. At that exact moment, ingress at low altitude to avoid detection, launch a surprise attack, and sink the Rimfaxi. Once surfaced, it only takes the Rimfaxi 1 minute to rig for an emergency dive. If your approach is detected, you will only have 1 minute to complete your attack on the Rimfaxi.
Now keep in mind, there won't be any support from Arcbird this time around. This mission rests solely on your shoulders. The entire ground offensive is relying on this first surprise attack, so don't disappoint us. I want you to turn the icy Rosgrees Straits into the enemy's graveyard.
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refueling. 1 mile to refueling craft. 500 yards to go. 100 yards to go. Blaze, maintain your current flight path. Perfect, Blaze. Commencing refueling.
Stay at low altitude and fly towards the submarine fleet. You are restricted from flying above 1,000 feet. We can't risk having our surprise attack detected.
I'm getting chills. This northern sea is where the demon of Rosgrees came from.
Rosgrees.
Huh. There's no way that could have been the Rosgrees.
Hold your chatter. Commencing comm-out procedures shortly. Maintain radio silence.
Guess I'll cut off the mic and try talking to myself.
Awesome! We totally surprised him. We can talk now, right?
That's not the Rimfaxi. Didn't you look at the ship identification chart?
What?
This is Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell, the advisor HQ. That picket submarine just sent off an enemy detection notice. The Rimfaxi's gonna dive in 1 minute. Attack immediately! To Rimfaxi dive! Halt the resupply. Prepare for immediate dive. Hurry up! We gotta dive before the enemy does. Locked on. Missile hit!
Damage status on enemy sub unknown.
Those bastards are diving!
This is Submarine Squadron Command. Emergency report from our ground forces in the front line. The enemy is undertaking a large-scale offensive. Attack the enemy forces with long-range missiles from the Rimfaxi. Urgent. Transmitting target coordinates.
This is Rimfaxi. We cannot comply. We are unable to launch missiles underwater due to battle damage.
What's the point of your existence if you don't fire now? They're penetrating our defense line as we speak. Hurry up before they overrun our allies.
Emergency surface. Grab onto something. Once we break the surface, launch the missiles in unmanned drones.
The Rimfaxi's antenna has appeared above water. It's surfacing.
Rimfaxi launching burst missiles!
Launching carrier jets.
This is Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell, the advisor HQ. I'm getting you info in real time from our tracker satellite. Time your attacks to hit the Rimfaxi when it surfaces. Sink it before it deals any more damage to our ground forces with its missiles. Rimfaxi, you're dealing lethal damage to the Ocean Army. Give me one more shot. Drive them back to the coastline.
They might think they snuck up on us, but they're dead wrong. Show them what our anti-aircraft defenses are capable of. I can't stand how HQ treats us like errand boys. All this damage from 4 planes? How is this possible? What the hell's going on? Are the Oceans using some kind of black magic? Ballast tanks damaged! Unable to submerge! Forget it! We'll just have to deal with them above the surface.
The Rimfaxi has stopped its dive! We've damaged it! The Rimfaxi's got a barrier of picking submarines around it! It's like the enemy's gathered all its submarines. Rimfaxi launching burst missile! War Dog, it's headed your way! Climb! Zoom to about 5,000 feet!
Kid, you okay with the special weapons reserve?
Up and down, up and down! 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, bursting, now!
What's the matter? I thought this was the world's best fleet. I know. I'm not gonna let them fly up there for long.
Let up for even a second, and we'll get showered by that metal rain.
Nothing's hitting them. They've gotta be...
Rimfaxi launching burst missile! Rimfaxi, it appears you're up against Rosgrees itself out there.
Looks like they were the real Rosgrees. Not us. Maybe someone's trying to tell us that our time is up.
The surprise attack on the Rimfaxi was a success, and the carrier has sunk to the bottom of the Rosgrees Straits. The threat from the Northern Sea has disappeared, and the Ocean forces are on the offensive against Yuktobania.
Me? Heavens. The ace pilots who sunk the enemy submarines are right over there. And I'm the person you want to interview now?
No, it's not that. It's just that I heard you used to be a fighter pilot yourself.
I just fly freight planes for the maintenance crews now. The captain, Captain Bartlett that is, thought it was time for an old man like me to quit trying to compete with the young guys. Talk about a lack of respect.
Where did you meet Captain Bartlett?
We were both shot down and we bailed out behind enemy lines in the last war. We got through the bullet-ridden battlefield and made it back to the Allied front line. I tell you, it was tough getting the Army to believe we were on their side.
Shot down? You two?
Hey, it was a long time ago. Everyone makes mistakes, right?
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Even if you're not flying with those pilots, your age and experience provide a lot of support for all of them. I just wanted to tell you that. I've seen that you really listen to what they say, and you always have helpful suggestions for them.
Well, thank you.
I think they're all going to need you, now more than ever.
I'll do what I can.
These people, it's like they're walking on a tightrope that could snap at any second. They're going to reach their breaking point sooner or later.
Yeah,